Hi, I'm Kerry Lowery. I'm the shelter manager here at Franklin County Humane Society. I'm excited to show you our new facility. So we're going to start our tour by going into our new cat display room that is right off the adoption lobby. And in here you can see that we have mom cats with kittens, little kittens that are ready for adoption, some that are not quite big enough. They're very playful. This is one of the favorite spots for people to come into and visit all the babies. As you can see, we got a couple down here that are really having a wrestling match going at it. Here at the shelter, we get so many litters of kittens that we name them by the alphabet. So, for instance, this is the Q litter. That's our second trip through the alphabet. So that means we've had well over 50 litters of kittens come in since the 1st of 2023. This is the Rosen Cat Care Center. So this is the area of the shelter where all of the adoptable cats and kittens live that are not in the display area. This is the first of 2 cat adoption rooms. So this room and the one next to it are identical. In here, we have 16 different cat condos. You can see on the fronts that they have a little tag that says who they are and about how old they are. There's also, you'll notice these blue tags. These are folks that have sponsored these kennels. So this is Miss Darcy. Hi, Mama. Hi, what do you say, sassy girl? She's about 3 years old, and she is a real sweetheart. She is ready to go, ready to be adopted. So we have lots and lots of cats that are loose in this area. As you can see, there are cat beds and cat trees, cat shelves. We've got some beautiful artwork that Grace Rogers painted for us. That is Mabel, I believe. This handsome yellow and white gentleman down here is Cyclops. And right there at your feet is a little gray and white kitten named Yogurt. Hi, buddy. And so he's in foster with one of our staff, and so she brings him to daycare every day. And he gets to come in here and play and interact with other kittens and the big cats. We also have an outdoor catio, or cat porch as we call it. This is a screened-in porch just for the cats. And so you can see that the cats get out in the fresh air. They can see bird feeders out this way. People coming in can walk over here and interact with them through the screens. These are very, very strong industrial strength screens that are cat-proof. We haven't had anybody test that theory with us yet, thank goodness. But again, this is a really, really nice area, not only for the cats, but you can hear the birds in the background. It's just really a cool place to hang out with the kitties. We've got a couple of rocking chairs coming, so folks can just sit out here and hang out with the cats at night. So the room that is right here to my left is a cat holding area. It's sort of a quarantine area. You can see there's lots of kittens in here. We have a cat who came in with an injury. She's got a big bandage on her. These are kittens that are about big enough to get fixed, but they've been sick. And so this allows us to quarantine animals that have something going on and keep them away from the general population. So the clinic is really the heart of the facility now. This is where we do all of our veterinary work with our shelter veterinarians. We have 2 veterinarians that work with us, come in a couple of days a week. They do our spay-neuter, they check our sick animals, do any vaccinations and testing that need to be done. And it's a pretty extraordinary space. So this is our surgery room. We have 2 surgery tables, 2 full setups for surgery in here. And the reason for that is we practice what's called a high volume, high quality spay-neuter. So while our veterinarian is at one table performing a spay-neuter surgery, her next surgery patient is on this table being monitored by one of our volunteers until she's ready to come over here. That allows us to move more quickly through our surgeries. We do anywhere from 20 to 30 spay-neuter surgeries on a typical clinic day. Now we're going to walk out of this area and we're going to walk into the dog kennel area. It's going to get loud because the dogs are going to be really excited to see new people. So I want to talk a little bit about that space before we go into it. There are 4 kennel areas in the building now. Each area has the 2 adoption areas each have 9 kennels in them, and then the 2 stray kennels each have 10 kennels in them for a total of 38, which is how many we had at the old shelter. But we also have 4 additional kennels in our intake area for dogs that come in overnight that animal control or the police department, the sheriff's department bring in. So we do have more housing for dogs here than we had. The nice thing about this facility is that all of the dog space is inside in the same building. They do still have indoor-outdoor kennels like they did at the old facility, but it's a lot nicer than it used to be. So this is our intake lobby. You can see we have a standing desk here. We have a number of people who work in this space. The volunteer that does check-in, also staff when they're taking in an animal. And so we wanted a space that would be flexible for a number of people to work in. There's also seating in this area, and we're hoping soon to begin to introduce, artwork and things like that to kind of brighten it up. You saw some of the murals that we've had painted already, and we've already got some artwork up front waiting for our helpers to come and get some of that stuff hung. But it is a really, really nice, quiet area. Sometimes when you have to surrender your animal, the circumstances are sad, and we want people to feel comfortable and not feel like there's a big group of people up in the public lobby that are, watching them, and that should be a private thing. We feel that's really important. And this is our new Franklin County Humane Society and all the wonderful things we have and the spaces we have, and we are so excited to be here, and we are really excited to have everybody join us on Saturday, July 15th from 4 to 7 for the grand opening and the ribbon cutting.